Well, our delightful little weekend is over. We've had such a lovely, delightful time here at the houseboats. Been so peaceful and quiet. We saw a tawny owl hunting this morning. We've had our resident swans, mum and dad and baby, coming grabbing food every morning, afternoon and evening, the greedy beggars. So yes, you know, if ever we're back in this direction, we'll definitely be staying here again. Now we're off to Potter Heigham Bridge. It's a very, very low bridge. It's a historical place. It's somewhere that when I was a young lass and we went travelling on the Norfolk Broads with family, we'd always stop under, and Dad would always manage to get the boat under, much to everyone's awe. So yeah, let's go and have a look at Potter Heigham. So here we are, arrived at Potter Heigham Bridge. Potter Heigham covers a small area, but we have a bunch of boats here moored up, and obviously some of them for sale. Might go in and have a look and see if there's anything in our market. Maybe, just kidding. Or am I? Over here is the famous Latham store that is in all the Google reviews. It's a superstore and seems to have absolutely everything in it. And beyond that is something called a Nippy Chippy. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and have a look at the bridge. Maybe take a wee dander down the canal and have a look down around there. It is cold. I mean, the rain has stopped, thank God. It's very grey and dull and yucky. But a bit of fresh air maybe will help the two of us, because we're still loaded with this cold. And then we might go in for some chips. So there is the famous Potter Heigham Bridge. I remember when we were younger, when Dad brought us under the bridge, we'd have to wait until the tide was really low, because the boats were always quite large. And yeah, we'd have people watching us just to make sure we didn't scrape the roof. And then we'd end up mooring up somewhere either before or after. So there was always plenty of places to moor up. Usually we'd moor up, I think it was on the other side we'd have moored up, and then we'd have waited for the tide to go through, and then we'd have carried on down these rivers. So yeah, this is a bit of a trip down memory lane for me. I don't know. It does look like a duck. It's got a duck's beak, but it's an extremely strange looking duck. I don't think I've ever seen a duck that looks like that in my life.
Carbon? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just a very...
It's almost like a cross between a duck and a fucking...
seagull? Yeah, that's what I thought. It definitely... I mean, maybe our viewers can tell us what it is. Or maybe it's just a strange...
What?
Maybe it's just his colouring. Maybe it's the colouring that's... Going back to the cormorant. Him with his Mark 1 wings. Trying himself off. And across the bridge, because we did come across the bridge, is a nice eatery. So that's where we're going next. Trevor saw a thing that says, buy one breakfast, get one free. And ever the bargain hunter, he started...
When it comes to food?
Yeah, when it comes to food. He started salivating, and it's very cold, and it's lunchtime, so we're going to go and get something to eat. So we are in a place called Bridgestones. We didn't get the breakfast, because the breakfast... it was too late, I think, for the breakfast. Was what was it, from 8:30 to 11:30, and it was like 20 to 12. So Trevor has got
chili loaded fries.
Trevor has got chili loaded fries, which look absolutely delicious, and I went for the battered jumbo batter sausage and hand-cut chips. The staff here are absolutely lovely. The prices are quite reasonable for the size of the food that you get, and yeah, really lovely atmosphere, and must be really good because it hasn't stopped. It's been super busy since we sat down. So we have just come back from having a bit of lunch and nipping over there to Latham's and spending more money than we really thought about, as usual. Shut up.
You know, small shop.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we asked in at the customer service about parking here because this is Latham's car park, and very, very nice lady telling us that we can park here in 24 hours, over a period of 24 hours, for £7.50. No, sorry, £8.50. And all we need to do is display this ticket in the dashboard for the time that we're here. So when we put the blinds up later, I'll put a little bit of sellotape on the windscreen and put that up, so we're happy enough. Which means we don't need to worry about a knock on the van this evening because we paid for the car parking for overnight, and £8.50, you cannot argue with that. So we have left Potter Heigham behind and have travelled miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and landed in California. Not really. It was only about 10 miles away. Not even, I don't think, 9 miles away. This California is a tiny holiday village on the east coast, just above Cape Sea. Who knew? Full disclosure though, because you know van life never goes easy. We arrived here yesterday evening about 6:30. It was pitch black, pissing it down with rain. We got the van set up, we put the blinds up, we started making dinner, and then I went out because there are bins, I'll show you them in a minute. There's bins and a toilet block, and I went out with the torch to check for signs and so forth. So emptied the bins and then realised that there was a big sign on the toilet block. And you can't see it from here, but it says no heavy vehicles and no campervans or motorhomes parked overnight. Now, we were nearly willing to take the chance of going, but since we've begun stung by Birmingham City Council for £155 already, twice for driving into a clean air zone that we didn't know we drove into, and once for parking on the road outside my son's house to lift him when a sign 50 yards away said no loading or unloading at the time we were there, which was I think 4:30 to 6:30. We just didn't want to take the chance of having another bloody penalty charge. So we left here last night, packed everything back up, left here last night about 11:30, I kid you not, and found a lay-by, which was actually not far away, about 5 minutes drive. And then we've come back here today to enjoy the beach. And one of the reasons we've come back here today to enjoy the beach is because of my mental health. Van life is all fun and games, and you know, you get everybody saying, oh yeah, it's great for freedom and so on and so forth, but it's not all fun and games. And having lived by the sea for 20 plus years, I have to say this last 3 weeks I've really missed it, and it has affected, I mean obviously my mental health has been affected because of the weather and also the death of my aunt, and yeah, a lot of other things, but I was like, I need to see the sea. I just need to see the sea. So here we are in California in a car park called Beach Cliffs Car Park, I think, and there's Trevor dying in the background. So yeah, we're going to stay here today. We're going to go away and park again in a lay-by, and then we're going to come back tomorrow, and then we're heading down to Newbury to visit Trevor's son and the grandchildren. Okay, so, hear me out. A wee while back, I was watching a lady on YouTube who put sand in the bottom of a Dutch oven and baked a loaf. So, as you all know, we don't have an oven in the van. So, I pilfered some sand from California Cliff Beach, and I've got my baked potatoes and I've got my tin foil, and what I'm going to attempt to do is bake potatoes in the Dutch oven. It's an experiment. If it works, I'll let you know. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. Either way, you can laugh at me. I don't care. So, let's get cracking. So first of all, I'm going to put my sand in. It's actually really, really nice sand. It's like nothing like the sand where we come from. It's so lovely and fine. I don't know whether it's man-made, a man-made beach. Maybe someone can tell me that, I don't know. So I'm going to spread that around the bottom. This might be too thick actually. I might take some of that sand out. Yeah, do you know? Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of that out. Hang on. And I can't do it with one hand. Wait a minute. Okay, so I think that's better. That's how deep it is. I think you're only supposed to have a thinnish layer, right? Now, I'm going to stab the bejesus out of these spuds and wrap them up in tin foil. Okay, so it's 6:15. I am putting these all in here. So we could be having dinner at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, because I think potatoes kind of take about an hour and a half in an oven, a proper oven. Right, so they're all bedded in there. I'm going to put the lid on. The great thing about these Dutch ovens is they're fit for anything. So, I'm going to put the lid on, I'm going to light the gas. Trevor belching in the background there. He's already...
to be a bear.
Yeah, he's already hungry. He's got to wait for hours and hours and hours and hours for his dinner. Right, so, we're going to leave that to cook away, and we're going to time it. So, it's now about 6:20. And yeah, I'm going to maybe check it every 40 minutes or something and see whether they're making any progress, or I don't know. It'll be what?
It takes half an hour for the oven, or for the Dutch oven to heat.
Trevor says it takes half an hour for the Dutch oven to heat. So
you're cooking bread.
We'll see. We'll see. This could be a disaster, or it could be like genius. Like genius. I mean, the fact that you might have to put the potatoes on at breakfast to have them for dinner, you know, might not be genius. But if it works, right? Okay, so it is now 7:10. So they have been in the Dutch oven for just under an hour. And I'm already feeling it's quite soft. Yeah, Trevor's wanting them crispy. They're not going to be crispy. No, so they're not done, obviously, but you know, they're probably softer than I thought they would be at this stage. Right, so I'm going to wrap this big bad boy back up. Oh my god, that was a sentence and a half. And carry on going. Look at the colour of my sand. It's gone weird colour, I don't know. Obviously because it's bent. Okay, so our experiment worked, kind of. So on this side, and they're very soft and squishy and lovely and delicious, fantastic. However, on the other side, slightly black. So, either, to change it for next time, I could have the gas at a lower temperature. I mean, Trevor likes stuff like this. You'd think he was Jewish. Slightly different temperature. Whoa, I'm getting poked in the ribs. He likes burnt offerings, honest to God. He likes his toast as black as the ace of spades. Lower gas temperature or more sand, don't know. Either way, we're still going to eat them.
Turn them round.
Yeah, or like Trevor just said, maybe I should have turned them round, which probably would have been a smarter idea. However, I'm still pleased because the Dutch oven baked our spuds in, what was that? An hour and a half? An hour and a half. So it baked our spuds in an hour and a half. well, it burned our spuds. It baked and burned our spuds in an hour and a half. However, had I had half a mind, we're having a problem with the fire and it's wrecking our heads, but that's another story. Had I had half a mind, I would have maybe gone in there and turned them out round, which would have been a smarter idea. So there you go. A top tip: if you don't have an oven and you want a big spud, get some sand, whack it in a Dutch oven or a very, very, very heavy based saucepan, and there you go. You can have baked potato. We're having tuna and mayo and salad with ours. So there you are. So yesterday, when we were parked up at California Cliff Beach Park, we met up with a couple of locals who had a campervan for 12 years, and we had a good chat about campervans and so on, and then they advised us about this area, which is North Drive. I think it's called North Drive. It's closer to Great Yarmouth, and they have said that it was great for campgrounds to park up and so on. So we came here last night and parked up. So in season, there's a pay and display, and in season you can't really park here. However, out of season, which is from April to October, you don't need to pay and display, and you can park up here with no restrictions. So yes, we're next to the beach again, so let's go and have a quick look at that. So when the window clears, we've got a lot of things to do today, but we're going to start with Pure Gym because Trevor smells like a bin bag and I smell like
a bin
bag.
Skip.
So yeah, once the window clears, we'll head over to Pure Gym and then we'll get all of our other bits and pieces done today. So here we are in the car park. Pure Gym is over here. There's Home and Bargains and B&Q and all that palaver. So we're going to go over there and go to Scrub, and then we were going to go to Aldi, but happy days, Lidl is right across the street. So we'll just literally go from one car park to the other and get some bits and pieces from there. Alright, so that's our showers and shopping done. So we're going to go and head to Asda. 1, because we need diesel, and 2, because we need water. So here we are at Asda fuel station, and we have discovered that you don't have to pay for the water at these terminals, which is great. So we always, when we're not able to buy water or source water anywhere else, we try and source an Asda garage. It's great for cooking, and yeah, just handy to have it. Give us a smile, or Trev, while you're doing some work.
And take ages to fill the fucking water up.
It doesn't matter.
It fucking does.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we'll be here all day.
Oh, cry me a river. That'll be quicker. If you cry a river, that'll fill the bottle quicker, right? So here we are at the petrol station, remortgaging our house, filling up the tank. Trevor's, well, in all fairness. Oh, you might as well keep going. Might as well keep going. We were supposed to put 50 in, but Trevor's not paying attention. So anyway, we usually fill up here and Asda. The price here today is 135.7, 135.7, so pretty good. Oh, and as an aside, that water we just put in, oh my god, 01, man. He hates putting in the 01, he hates it. So as an aside, the water that we just got from that pump, it does say not to drink it. We usually use it just for washing dishes and boiling water and to get a wash. So yeah, we buy water from Lidl, as you can tell by the little barrels. We buy water from Lidl or Asda normally to drink, and then we fill up our barrels and use it for everything else. But it's just handy if if you don't have any water to do your bits and pieces. It's handy to come and get it. Right, that is us nearly done. We're going to go and get...
Hey, Don.
No, we're going to go and get the washing done. So we've got to go to a wee garage. We'll go to a wee garage. We'll get our washing done. No, we'll get our washing done. He's like, we're going to Trevor's. We're going to Trevor's son's tomorrow. And he's like, oh, just wait until we go to Donald's tomorrow. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking a big bag of washing to go and visit. I don't care. We're going to go and get our stuff washed. And then we're staying one more night in this area. Would you shut up? I can't concentrate. For goodness sake, you waffling on in the background. Yeah, die quieter, would you?
No.
Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. We're staying over in Great Yarmouth. Good grief. We're staying over in Great Yarmouth for one night, and then it's up early to head down to Newbury tomorrow. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And from the two complete bloody nutcases, we'll see you next time. Always remember, you're never too old. Bye.